ballet for the next 4 weeks. So I'm wearing my ballet slippers today instead of my gym shoes and see how that works. It's a little easier to move on the floor. If you need the support of gym shoes or you have some other comfortable shoe, a Tai Chi shoe perhaps, you can wear that as well. So I'm going to get started with our pliés, our bar work. So you're holding on and demi-plié. So you're just in bend and straighten, lean toward the bar, your chair. A little knee bend and then releve. Balance if you can. Heels down. Hold on and hold your demi. Heel press. Just stretch through the feet. Then slide your foot forward. Now point side, set the heel down. It's called second position. Bend on the toes. You can hold on if you need to. You can let go. Heels down. Then I do hold on for this. Then let go. And lean away from the chair you're holding. Come back. Point close. Arm high. Tendu means to stretch. You're stretching through the foot. Now plie. Pull your foot up to your knee. Try to balance. Then hold on and stretch the leg front. Come back to passe. Stretch the leg back. Touch down and close. Now we're going to glissade to the other chair. And wait. And demi. Balance there if you can. Heels down, hold the chair, press through the feet. Work the articulation. Oh my gosh. Talking too much. And demi. Port de bras. Releve. Balance. Heels down. Hold your demi. Press, press, and reach away from the chair you're holding. Come back, point, and close. Tendu. So we're doing 3 tendu. And 1 plie. Try to stretch your foot all the way to a point. Bring your foot up to your knee. And then if you can, balance. And then hold on and stretch the leg forward. Développé. Oops, bring it back to this. And then développé back. And touch down and close. And then you're going to plie just a bit. You're going to stretch the leg out. You're going to shift your weight over and close. And that is what we call a glissade. 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 And we're just doing it from first position. Glissade. All right, now we're on this side. I'm going to stand in the center for the rond de jambe. So if you need to stretch that foot, go back. If you need to hold on, you can. And doesn't have to be high. Circle, stretch, circle, stretch, circle, stretch, circle, stretch. Lower down, slide through, and bend the standing knee. Now lift up. This is arabesque. Reach forward with your arm. Tilt and close. And go to the other side with that little glissade. Fondue means to melt. Lift up. And circle 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting a cramp in my foot here. Ooh. Back. And forward. And back. And lift up. And reach. And now we're going to do the run jumps on this side. Through and 1, 2, 3. Through and 1, 2, 3. Trace it. Through and close. And back. So we did that out of order a little bit, if it doesn't matter. Back. 2, 3. And trace it. Go through, close, and done. So when you're doing that, if you want to challenge your balance, just be doing all this out center alone with no holding on, right in between. But if you need to, you can scoot over and hold on. Okay. Kicks. Touch down. Lift and close. Next one, touch down. Lift from there. Back. And 2. Touch. Lift from there. And close and 1. And 2. Only touch. Lift from there. And go through. Close. Tundu, plie, tundu, close. Tundu, plie, tundu, close. Now hold on to your chair. Brush the foot out, in, out, in, out, in. So your toes leave the ground a little bit. And we do that one again. Holding on to the other chair. And kick. Remember on the third kick, you only touch down. Then relift and close. And close. Touch down and lift. And side. Keep your hips facing front. Your side will not really be directly side. It'll be more on a diagonal. If you're listening to your hips correctly, I don't think any of us has that kind of turnout. And dégagé, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and okay, so a couple little things when you are working in my ballet workouts. I only work from first position usually, first and an open fourth. We do both of those. You want to find your turnout, which is from your hips, not your knees or ankles. Put your feet together, everything touching, and then you're just going to easily, don't force it, boom. Whatever your hip muscles and bone structure allows you to achieve, that's the turnout you want to try to work from first position. When you're doing your tendus and kicks to the side and things to the side, whatever direction your foot is pointing, that is your side. That's where your kick is going to be. It's where your dégagé and your tendu is going to be. Don't try to make it go way out here, because then you're going to roll in, and then you'll be in poor ballet form. When we do passe, actually the position is called retiré. Passe is when you pass from front to back, okay? But we're not doing that. I just call this passe, all of it passe. You want to try to press the knee open. It's not a knee action, it's a hip action, okay? So not here, but here is where you want to try and be all the time. As open as your hip will allow you to be, okay? That's where all your actions to the side are going to take place. Sort of a diagonal, and that's fine. So on glissade, we kind of brought the glissade back in, kind of a little bit of a bend. You're going to brush the leg out, and then kind of go up, bend over, and close. Up and over, and there can be a lift of the leg. You can do it with a little jump as well. It normally goes from fifth position, but we're just going to go from first. And don't jump. I mean, unless you want to add a little bit of a whoop, but you don't have to. But it's a shift of weight, a different kind of shift of weight. A lot of ballet is shifting weight, and therefore very good for balance workouts. Finally, we did our arabesque with penché, which is the tilted arabesque. So basically, when you're in your arabesque and you reach, now I'm not diving down. Things to consider. You're in your arabesque. You're not going to dive your upper body down. You're going to reach your arm forward and at the same time lift the leg. It's like a teeter-totter. Okay? If you start to go like this, you're too far. You don't want to drop your body. You want to keep your body in a nice straight line and very uplifted in the upper body. But you're just increasing that angle, that line. And you don't never want to drop that arm. You're going to reach the arm. Reach it and really lengthen your beautiful line. And then you can do all kind of pretty things. And we'll bring in a routine like that with all the pretty stuff like that. All right, so let's move on to, oopsie, it's not moving on me here. All right, so this one, I'm going to move that out of the way, move that a little bit. I think we did it last week, but I don't remember, or last month. We're going to brush and fall, tombe, to fall. Brush and fall. That's a lunge, right? In other movement forms, it's a lunge. So you're going to keep very lifted though, and then you're going to push off and redo it. Push off, redo it, and then close. Strengthening your legs, your knees. Again, you're shifting weight, reshifting. Working on keeping the balance and keeping yourself centered, even with all of that movement away from center. Like right here, you're standing, you're centered. And then you're off center. You have to use your muscles and control it. You don't want to go backward, and you don't want to go dropping, and you don't want to collapse. No collapsing, no dropping, none of that. You want to keep lifted and long in the upper body and work your lower body. Get those muscles strong so that when you are off center, you have a way back and your muscles know that they can do it. So let's do this one. I'll call it out. Heels together. Brush, fall, push, push, and close. Now side. Remember, your side. That diagonal thing. Close. Now back. Lift. Notice my upper body. also, we have another sideways movement called chassé. Now, normally a chassé is a jump, and it goes jump in the middle, kind of like that. Down, up, down, up. But we're not going to do any jumping. So we're just going to go second position together, second position together, second position together, second position. So it's a grounded chassé. You can also go down, up in releve if you like, but that's up to you. If you have the slipperiness, you know, in your space working this out, and your shoes are okay, your feet are okay, you can add that releve if you want. But I don't recommend jumping, especially if you have hip, knee, or foot issues. It's just really about the weight shift and the strengthening and all of that. Don't need to jump. We're going to start our pirouette practice. We're not going to actually turn. A pirouette's a turn. We're not going to turn, but this is a preparation. And the movement that we're doing here is a side tendu, and then slice back to here. That's called fourth position. So fourth position, you can get there also by going forward and setting the heel down. Bend your knees, there's your plie. Point and close. Now go back. Point back, set your heel down, weights equal between both feet, between both legs, and then bend. Notice how there's like a triangle shape, a diamond shape between my legs, and I come back. That's fourth position, and that is what is used for a pirouette preparation. So we're going to go point side, and you just sort of slice it straight back. You want to see that diamond shape. And then the arms would, when you start to turn that way, your arms will switch. We're going to switch the arms. We're not going to turn. We're simply going to come up and balance. It's really a lot of balance work. And up. Only two of them, and they're very slow, so you have plenty of time to get your bearings. Then come back into point tendu and close. And we repeat that side to side. And then we do our chassé, chassé. And then pas de cheval, pas de cheval. 1, 2, 3. We'll hold it right like that. Pas de cheval, pas de cheval. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Pas de cheval. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Pas de cheval. Okay. So we'll do this one. Last time, let's work now. So that is that one. A lot of weight shifting, a lot of lower body strengthening. Now this one, we had been working on before COVID, or during COVID, I mean. All right. It's another center study, and we start on diagonal with tendu front and back and front. Just front and back, front and back. Next time you go front, so it goes front, back, and then the next time you go front, you lift off a little bit. There your balance goes again. Pull back through passe. We've been doing that the whole time. And then stretch it back. There's your low arabesque. And right away touch down if you're needing some balance. Then set down into fourth position. Open it up to second position. And then shift your weight and make a little tilty stretch. And then you're going to turn your extended leg in and out and point. And the toe stays just kind of dragging on the floor. And then you close. You're already on the other diagonal, and now it's the left leg. Goes front and back, front. So front and back twice. On the third time, the leg comes up off the floor. There's your first fight for balance. Come through passe. It's a low, you don't have to go high. And then stretch into low arabesque. And touch down for balance. And then set your fourth position. All things we've been working on today. And bend. Then shift off. Here goes that weight shifting again. And then it's a nicely elongated line. And then you're going to come down. You're going to rotate in. Draw the toes in. Stay close as you go out. And then stretch. In, out, stretch, and close. And we repeat the whole thing. So you'll have a month to work on this one. Just keep reviewing it and reviewing it. Let's go with reverse. On the diagonal, so as you're facing the camera, you go left a little bit. Right tendu, front and back, and front, and back. And then front and lift just a little bit. As you get better, you can go higher. Touch down. Set your fourth position as we talked about it. And then your second position. And then your offset line. And then in and out. Stretch. In, out, stretch. And close. On the right diagonal, left on your front and back. So on the curtsy lunge, let me pause this. shifting, all weight shifting. It's good for balance. Nice and tall, and then you're going to take your leg, but you can either run jam it behind or slice it straight through. But it's like you're crisscrossing your legs, and then you bend. So one knee is in front of the other, and it looks like one leg maybe, okay? And then step and back. All right, so again, you can take it back with a little run de jambe, or you can take it back, just slice it straight through. Okay? I like doing the little run de jambe myself. So let's do a finish up here. We'll do a new, I don't think we've done this one yet, but maybe we did it a couple years ago. Tendu, plie, and tendu, let's see, point, and you travel forward on it, then you travel back, then you travel forward, and then your front leg, your right leg started, kicks and tendus. Right leg back goes back, forth, and forward, forth, and back. So you're just going from basically point tendu, fourth position plie, point tendu, close. Point tendu, fourth position. After 3, the leg kicks. But you have to remember what leg you started with. So when the right starts it to the front, it's a right kick and a right tendu. When the right starts it to the back, it's a right kick and a right, to the back though, and a right tendu. When the left foot starts it, point, plie, keep traveling forward, back now, and point, and keep going, and whoopsie, and left, and tendu. And then back, plie, forward, plie, back, plie, back, battement, point, tendu. Clear as mud? Let's try it. And then we're going to do a final stretch. Or 2. This one, I believe, is all from first position to fourth. First, don't listen to me. Point and plie and point and close. Nice and slow. Kick right. Tendu. Back right. Plie and point. Close. So you're going forward, 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 close. Now the back, mat, tendu, left side now. Point, press down to fourth. Point, fourth. Now the left mat front, and tendu, side, back, forth, and front. Last one. And now back. And that's all. So practice that one. We'll be working on it. There's not enough music to do it all the way through, slow like that, but you can do it up tempo, which is super much a brain teaser. And we're not going to do it today. Anyway, so a couple stretches now. Let's do this one. All right. Heels are together, toes turned out as first position. Tendu. And then you're going to do that offset stretch. Set the heel down into plie and close. Tendu. Plie. Sorry about that. Plie. Now a little arabesque. close. Left, tendu. The arms float up, tilt, plie. Changing weight again. Let everything fill out. Bend there. Stretch up into that arabesque. Balance as much as you can. Come in and step back, side, front. Back, side. You don't have to go up on the ball of your foot if your feet hurt. You can do this flat-footed. Close. All right. So that one, on the, there's a full run de jambe, and then it comes in to this little fondue like we did on the bar. Just a little bend, like you're closing it up, and then you're gonna lift and lift and lift and extend your arabesque, okay? So, again, slow it all down, like when you tendu, let your arms float up for the whole time, and then float here, and then set the heel down and find your second position, and come up as you shift your weight, and come back down. A lot of hip muscles are working here as you're going from side to side and front to back. So we have that arabesque. On the pas de bourrées, I think we talked about pas de bourrées last time. You're going to step behind, to the side, and across the front and pick up that back leg. And then you're going to step behind, step side, cross in front, and pick up the back leg. Step behind, side, front. Behind, side, front. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll close right there. All right. Very nice. We're going to finish with one more stretchy one. Working the arms. Notice the curving. Palm is down and then bring your arms up to high fifth. Now circle around one direction and circle around the other direction. Your whole upper torso should be involved here. Point front over your leg, bring it up, set the heel down, arch back as you lunge, come back, open the arms, close. Point over the leg, back up, set the heel down, lunge and arch back, come back, close. Now as you lift the arm, press the hip out. So it looks kind of like yin and yang arms, right? Point over the leg, lift, arch back, open, and close. Lift and point over the leg, up, lunge, press back. And the arms come up to high fifth again, and circle. Good for posture. When you come back around to the front, a little accent. Like that. Palms are up and they float down. All right. So that one's just really stretchy. Okay, so when you're doing that, from the side, it's point, and then you send your hips back and you're going to go over the legs for the stretch in the line. Come back up, just set the heel down, and arch back a little bit while you take a little, like we did in that one study, that little lunge, right? That lunge. You're going to press into that, and then when you come up, the arms come open, and then you close. Same thing to the other side. Foot and arms together, over the leg, right back up, set the heel down, it's not a big motion. You're not supposed to step way forward. Just set the heel down, bend the knee and arch back a little bit. When you push back, the arms open and then close. The arms come down. It's palms up, palms down. All right, so things to work on for next time. All right, thank you so much. Let's before we go though, one more thing. Let's stretch. You're gonna take a hold of your chair and walk back and just let your body sink down. I call this tabletop stretch. It's for your lats, your hamstrings, your glutes, and then you can also bend your right knee and let your right hip drop down so you're feeling lots of stretch in your left side. Breathe while you hold this and come back to center. Bend both knees slightly and come back up. And then bend your left knee. Let your left hip very slowly and carefully drop down. And the stretch you feel should now be in your low back on the right side, hip, hamstring, come back to center, bend both knees, straighten your knees. And then to come in, you're gonna walk, little steps in, rather than trying to lift up your body at that point because we've just stretched it a lot. So that's all for this month. I hope you're enjoying ballet. If you want to do the whole ballet ball fusion class, it's Wednesdays at noon. We do a ballet bar and some center work. Then we do some drumming on the big balls for cardio, more cardio, and then we cool down with Tai Chi and yoga and some other kinds of stretches like the one that we just did. So if you want more of that, come to class Wednesdays at noon. You don't even have to call ahead of time. Just show up and let me know you're interested. So thank you, and see you next time.